What's up, guys? Welcome to the first episode of the After Hours with Dean Franzese. Today's a very fuck.
This would be so funny. We just throw in like all the.
Yo, I'm getting
bloopers.
bit by this fucking bug too in my face, bro.
Clap it, man.
Yo, look, yo, what's going on? Hey everybody, welcome to the first episode of the After Hours with Dean Franzese. This is the first episode of a podcast that I've been wanting to start for a very long time. People see me in my business and work environment, and to actually take the suit off and, talk to the world about, what I go through in my personal life and bring on guests, that can share their experiences and some of the stuff they go through in their life, is very special to me. And today I brought on two very special guests. Gio, who I met in the mortgage industry about 6 or 7 years ago at this point, and Gabe, who I grew up with in middle school when I moved from a town where I knew nobody, coming into middle school into high school. Gabe, introduce yourself a little bit to the audience and, give us a little bit of a background on, where you come from.
I'm Gabe. I've been in the mortgage business. I got in August of 2020. Right, August of 2020.
Yeah, I think during COVID,
During the whole refi boom, like
during the 2.5% interest rate climate.
good
never
time.
see it again. Guys got to get over it.
time to get in.
Move on. You got it.
Yeah, I got it.
Before that, I ran my own business down south. I like long walks on the beach. Love to get a lift in every now and then. An occasional burger's nice. That's about it.
That's it. That's Gabe. Gio, give us a little background of yourself. I know you've gone through some journeys in life. You started in the finance world. You started in construction, actually, I think, right?
Correct,
Then
yeah.
you got into finance. Then you went into the restaurant business. You knew your
Tried it
home.
all.
You knew your home was finance. So obviously, everybody gravitates towards what they know.
Back to what you know, as they say.
So introduce yourself. Give us a little background on you and where you come from.
Hey, everybody, I'm Giovanni. I
Man, newly married.
yeah, that too.
Congrats, man.
Thank you. Cheers.
Awesome.
Cheers.
Clap, motherfuckers.
Hey, well, we're on the regular podcast now. We're allowed to say some
Out of
X-rated.
bounds.
A little out of line, right?
Gotta be careful with certain things. Gio.
I came from old school Italian background. When you said that no one's allowed in your house, there's friends till this day that I grew up with since I was a kid that still haven't seen the inside of my house. So very again just a tough upbringing, but really learned respect was one thing that again stuck with me. Loyalty, respect, being able to trust the people that are around you, and I roll with a tight circle. So when I met Dean, I knew he was a good guy and someone I wanted to surround myself with, and Gabe as well. Again, I knew Gabe. Probably we were just right before this. We were like, "Yo, when did we meet?" We tried to figure it out, but just
I
get
can't figure it out either. I think it
I
was
know.
maybe when we had the boat,
Yeah, it might
2018.
have been.
18.
And of course, Gabe came off a little aggressive at first, but
Yeah, you didn't like Gabe, I don't think.
at first I probably was like, "Yo," I was
Pounding my
like,
chest
"He's
a
a little much coming over." You know what I mean?
I don't know if you liked Gabe.
I'm a
again.
big. I got a big personality.
But that's what happens. I
so-
feel like the people, and correct me if I'm wrong, the people you end up becoming really close with are people at first that you're like, I don't know about this guy. I don't know about this person.
100%.
And then it's because I guess we kind of have very similar traits and how we and when we grew up. But I've been around the block. I've tried a bunch of things. I've kind of everything that I in my life wanted to achieve or that I wanted to try. I think I did. I started with my family business, which was construction. Realized that hard work the way we grew up. It's a little different today.
And we thought our generation was fucked up, and
Yeah.
you look at this generation now, especially with forget everything else, just the work ethic and just people don't have those old school
Yeah,
qualities.
you really
to work hard and
you don't really
Take
see
your
it,
own path.
honestly. Yeah, a lot of people they want the easy way out. For me, I was always just trying to figure out how can I be my best self, make the most money, because truthfully, I don't care what you say. That's how you survive at the end of the day.
We live in Long Island.
You know what I mean? And we live in New York, so it's obviously
bug is still here.
get it.
Oh,
You missed
no, I missed it. That doesn't ever happen. I normally get it the first time.
it. So that's it, man. I went from construction. I went to school. I was going for accounting, so I started off doing accounting probably when I was like 15 in my uncle's firm on the weekends, just preparing tax returns, kind of that's something I just was drawn to. I went to school for that, and then I went into construction just to try out my family business. Went to finance, sales, opened a restaurant because it was something I grew up as 13 when I was 13 years old. My first
You
job.
named it after yourself.
Yeah. Well, really, I mean, listen, really, it was after my grandfather. I was named after my grandfather Giovanni. So
I
in
think
honor
what's
of him,
funny about you owning a restaurant is that you are a picky eater.
very picky. That's why I figured I'd have a good restaurant because everything's gonna be, you know what I mean? Perfect. So, but no, I mean, when I was 13, I worked in restaurants. That's where I started, and I did that up until I was like 18 years old, and then it was something just always a passion of mine and my family as well. Again, Italian background. I wanted an Italian restaurant.
Yeah, of course.
So I did it. So it's something I could say I did, but when I got out, I went back to what I know, which is sales, finance. And then that's how me and Dean met. And then after that, met Gabe through Dean.
That's what I kind of wanted to talk about next is how we all met. I know you and I met, I think in 2018. I had came
Early
I
18,
came
yeah.
to a bank called Meadowbrook Financial.
Yep.
We were there for maybe a month or so, and then
And then I came around
Yeah,
early February.
you came around in February. You knew the owner of the bank. For whatever reason, we started working together, and I think right away we kind of realized we had the same qualities in business. And even though I was much younger then, and we weren't, and I wasn't where we are now, we knew we wanted to work together, and we became close because we had the same
Absolutely.
goals, in life.
Yeah, I mean, I think that was probably one of the first things I realized is when we started speaking, you said how old you were. I think you were like 23 at the time. And 2018?
Yeah, 6 years ago.
So I was like, yo,
That's 6
probably
years
20
ago.
22, probably 22.
yeah. So I was like, wow. I said, for
22.
for
Yeah.
he's a kid. I said, this kid's he had, such a mature approach to not only life but the business.
You might not think all this because you know.
Yeah.
In my mind,
I can see his
just
I
thinking
see
to
his
myself.
brain.
It's like
I see his brain
I've
going
never-
otherwise.
I've
I'm different when I step foot in the office.
I've
the office,
never
different
known
person.
Dean in that type of
Yeah,
light
yeah.
ever.
Yeah.
So like when people would tell me like he's good on the phone or this, and his dad used to say like he's fucking great on the phone.
Yeah,
He's a fucking maniac, and I would say, what are you talking about? I don't think I've ever heard him say 5 words in an hour.
I'm quiet,
Yeah.
reserved, but obviously when I found what I love to do, that.
Yeah, that brings the passion out of you. So that's gonna
Brings
bring
the
that
passion
energy out.
Yeah,
Yeah, 100%. But it's funny, yeah, because I guess I met Dean not as a friend, but in business, and then we just became really, really close through working every day, grinding, 12, 14-hour days, and again with the same work ethic, the same mindset of as what we wanted in life, and the same goals, I think, and that's kind of what drew us together. And just again, my best man at my wedding. I just got married 3 weeks ago.
got married.
Gabe, another groomsman. So these guys became brothers to me.
Yeah, and talking about how we met, Gabe, I forget, we talked about it briefly, in the beginning of this episode, but we met going back, I think, I remember I left I grew up in Dix Hills, and then I left there in 7th grade, and then I started in Plainview, I think at Matlin Middle School in 8th grade.
we were in 8th grade.
Which is where you and I met right before high school. And like you said, we didn't start off on the right foot.
No, I think what's funny is like after we became friends, we did almost everything together. We had our first job together at this it was like this medical office or something like that, and we both
Looking back, I could never imagine.
and we
doing
both
something
got this after school job from like I think 4 to 8, and we'd go in there and scan papers because they were doing they were starting to go. Everything was like
They were going bankrupt.
no, they were just
No, that's like kind of when technology started to like.
Yeah, so they
become
were
popular.
scanning everything manually and putting it in. And the worst part about it was when you'd mess up on one sheet, you'd have to redo the whole stack all over again.
That's awesome.
And I look back on it so archaic, like what the fuck, And it's so crazy.
How old are you guys?
We were 10th grade, I think.
Okay.
9th?
I was like
something
15,
Yeah,
16.
14, 15, something like that. Yeah, we worked early. Maybe 16 because we were working, but yeah, definitely not something looking back.
No,
Obviously, where we all are now. I mean, listen, you have to start in different places.
but
I had no idea what I wanted in life back then. So
you look at that though, and like you think like it was just a job, right? And we were miserable there. But if you think about it now versus then, it was so easy. Like that wasn't stress.
we thought that.
Yeah,
was stress.
that was exhausting going to.
if I could just tick back to those times, because like you just said, thinking that was stressful.
Yeah.
That's
It's crazy. That is
Yeah,
crazy.
right. You think what real stress is now?
I don't know. It is what it is. Here we are. Well, obviously our industry that we're in now, as much as I love it, and I eat, sleep, and breathe the mortgage industry, every business that you're successful in or that you try to be successful in, is going to be stressful. That just comes with success.
Of course.
If you don't have a lot going on and, you're not stressed out about that.
No one ever gets paid to do more.
Of course. Listen, if it was easy, everybody would be doing it, right? That's, of course,
Yeah,
I'm sorry. You're never gonna get paid to do more to do less.
Yeah,
it's true.
of course.
It's
If you
true.
really want some, it's not going to be easy, of course. You got to really work.
Back to, you got married just now, man.
Yes.
And again-
Newly married.
Honored to be the best man in your wedding. Tell us. I don't have too many friends that are married. Obviously, we're getting to that age now where
We're there, man.
starts happening.
Yeah.
But
Now you call it like the old ball and chain, right?
The old ball and
you
chain.
call your wife, like when you call her now, you call her your wife.
Yeah, I'm still getting used to saying wife. I still say my girl sometimes, and I got to catch myself.
Your wife.
But it's my wife, yeah. It's interesting, but
Different feeling.
Show the finger.
it's a different feeling.
Finger. Show the Cartier
Oh,
ring
listen,
finger.
listen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny when they say like when I met her, it was easy. The conversation,
She's gonna love this.
yeah, she's gonna love it. Right? I'm buttering it up. I'm trying. But
Telling the truth.
no, it really is the truth. I mean, listen, we're all men. I think everyone
I
could probably
remember right
agree.
from the beginning you saying like, wow, she's definitely the qualities that she had were different than
Yeah. No, I mean, listen, we've all obviously been in other relationships. And I guess as you get older, you realize, who that person for you should be. And then when
because we're all intolerable.
listen,
Intolerable.
we're all maniacs. I'm a maniac. I'm not an easy person to deal with. But at the end of the day, she understands me. She's very, very smart, beautiful, of course. But at the end of the day, she's my person. We make sense together. So it was for me. It was something. I'm not gonna lie. You're kidding me, right?
With the phone on the podcast.
You're kidding me, right? How do you have an appointment? We're over here. Fucking guy.
My bad, bro.
All right, whatever. Anyway, I'll go back to it, I guess.
He was on a roll there.
I was going, you know what I'm saying? But no, I mean, listen, I'll be honest. I was not someone who actually wanted to get married the traditional way, and when I met her, it brought me back to my roots. And yeah, I ended up having this grandiose wedding, and Dean made a fantastic speech. We had a great time and great,
Where's the video? I did this. This is the second
video,
time
right?
this has happened to me. Yeah, where somebody said they were recording it and there's no video.
no one has a video of your speech, believe it or
No
not.
one?
Except for we're gonna get real video, obviously.
All right, so that's all. So it's.
But everyone was so drawn to you that they didn't even take their phones out. So that's insane.
Oh,
don't know about
you
that.
did. You did
That's
crush
saying
that.
something.
I looked at my girl. I said, "Holy fuck!"
Nah, it was good.
Ah, come on.
I was like, "That's my guy.
Don't gas me up, man. Come on.
That's my guy."
Gabriel.
And that's
Here we are now, all three of us in the mortgage industry. That's kind of funny.
yeah, right.
I grew up with certain people. You weren't one of them. But no one ever really understood kind of what that was. I mean, I started at a younger age, when people just were like,
Yeah, when
you're
you
in the
told me what you used to do, I said, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Yeah,
I just
people-
said, "All right, yeah, you make money. That's awesome."
Yeah, no, it's now that you're in the business.
Now I get it. Like,
you're helping people do the most important.
and what's funny
thing in
about
their
it is
life.
not like when I think back to like when you got into when you were 18, 19, I think what we do now, I'm like thinking like this is what he was doing when he was 19 years old. Putting together an encompass, like calling, like I can't even imagine doing that at night.
And I don't have one gray hair, and look at you.
Old as hell.
Wow.
I'm
Yeah, that
thinning
beard's
out
coming
here.
in,
I'm thinning out here, fellas.
Oh, you get the hair implant,
bro.
You'll be all right.
I may go to Turkey for it.
No, don't go to Turkey.
do
You
it,
go to
Gio.
Turkey. We love Turkey. So
I heard Turkey was the
Turkey's
place
great.
to do it.
Turkey is the place to do it if you're trying to save money.
I mean, the British mortgage broker got it done there, so
did he?
he did.
Good for him.
Yeah,
Good for him.
it looks great.
You just talked about, and we all know how crazy our business is. What do you do to? I know you just started getting into golf finally. I know.
I did.
You take golf. You're a little sensitive about that subject.
I'm working on it.
Because I golfed for so long and I never.
Yeah, I
invited
don't understand how you never played with him this whole
He
time.
never invited me.
That's not true.
Can you believe it? Never invited me.
Wow.
Boys, huh? Never invited me. Ever.
Yeah, I definitely invited you.
You just definitely said no. You weren't into it.
Never,
'Cause
bro.
You had to have been
Well,
invited.
show the proof. Go back. Show the proof.
Show the proof
You're
from
hyping up everybody here.
2008.
I'm sure you got the proof.
All the way back.
You look like a guy. You look like a guy who keeps a folder on everybody. You know what I'm saying?
I need to be able to go back and reference things.
Folder in his files.
He's got a folder on
I
everybody.
need to be able to go back and reference.
Yeah, you're calling things out from back in the day.
You have no clue. I'll embarrass
Comments.
it. I don't care. I'll embarrass you.
Embarrassing people.
Come on, be nice, especially on this show.
Put me on the spot. I'll put you on the spot.
Come on, Gabriel.
Yeah, you definitely will.
What do you guys think? I mean, I know it's been a crazy year about where the mortgage business is headed. I know that when you listen to the people that even the people I'm around, there's been ups and downs. When things are bad, they get great. When things are good, they get bad, and that's just cyclical in really any sales business. I know I'm personally, for me, I'm excited about all of the things that have happened because it allows and creates opportunity for us guys that actually made it through these challenging times. And I'm excited. I know there's going to be a boom, with the refinance market.
Definitely. It's definitely coming.
Yeah, rates can't stay high forever.
No.
And when I say high to where they were during COVID. Rates are not
It's
high.
high to what we're used to from
People are not used
the
to.
past couple of years.
No, the only difference is now is that houses are a little bit more expensive, and with higher rates, of
Yeah,
course.
people make more money too. People say that everything's up, but people make more money than
Yeah,
they made
it
15,
all goes together.
All goes together.
It's all the same at the end of the day. You're making more, you're spending more, you're paying more.
And I wouldn't be here if I had any feeling that there would never be a market where you can be successful.
Of course, no.
Because you could be successful in any market, up down.
Absolutely. And that's why I got in the mortgage business myself. I mean, like I said, I've been in a couple different fields, couple different industries, and the mortgage business is going to be around forever. People need to buy homes. People need to refinance. They need that equity out of their home. There's a reason. There's a reason why.
Yeah, the world created a tool, and
Yeah.
that tool's a house. How you lending people money? You have to lend to something.
Yeah,
And
I
that
mean,
something is a piece of property. So there's always
that's
gonna-
your money. That's your savings account, technically. In another,
For a lot of people,
another
it's a
way.
forced save. People have hard time saving money. Everything's so expensive,
Yeah.
especially nowadays. So
I mean, I
it
can't
is a
even, I
forced
can't even go
saving.
to the grocery store now without spending $250. I think I
Yeah.
bought
50. That's it.
eggs and Windex.
Eggs and bacon.
All of a sudden, I'm at
Eggs and
250. Eggs and Windex. I'm at 250. How'd I get here?
It's
It
true,
used to be
yeah.
like $20, $50. Now it's
I mean, I don't know about
lot.
I don't know about you guys, but I remember when I was a kid, when I was growing up, middle school days, high school, I used to get $20 for the weekend to make it last, and it was going out, getting something to eat, trying to sneak a 40 ounce or something like that, maybe, at those days.
Work it into the
Yeah,
budget.
trying to work it into the budget, but that was what it was.
you're always paying for a friend who's got nothing.
Yeah. There's always someone who's borrowing $5, $10 because they can't afford the Chinese food. So there's always something. But I remember you could get by, to now it's like I feel like everything costs $100, $1,000.
Yeah.
Those are the minimums, so it's
Crazy.
yeah, it's crazy.
That's why a lot of people aren't in the best financial situation.
It's almost like you pay to wake up.
Yeah, as soon as you leave the house, you're spending money.
Like there's a fee because you woke up today.
Yeah, somebody posted a video on social media today, like it's $100 every time you go
Yeah, that was
somewhere.
me.
yeah,
It's
forgot?
It's
more
$1,000
than that. It's
every time you go
$1,000. Yeah, it's
somewhere.
coming up to $1,000.
100.
Bro.
You can't leave the house without it's
Spend
$1,000.
$1,000 a day, right?
It's your fee to wake up, fellas. It's the fee to wake up.
You gotta swipe that card just to get out of the bed, bro.
Yep.
I don't know what's going on, but that just shows that something has to. All kidding aside, something has to correct itself because, the average consumer, the average home buyer, just the average, anybody, it's hard to sustain any sort of life, with the
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough out there.
prices right
Especially
now.
me. I just got my clear to close on my house.
Come on.
He's ready to close.
Married house.
It's it now. Yeah, you see it as a consumer. Yeah, I mean, listen, I've been a homeowner before,
car.
but in this market, again, as a consumer, to be in the market actually looking,
Buy an expensive house.
Yeah,
and pay a higher interest rate.
yeah, it's you feel it, and it's eye opening to see what everybody's up against right now. Because again, inventory is low right now. So aside from the the high prices and the high rates, there's not a lot out there to choose from, and that's what's driving prices up. The sellers really control this market, and it's kind of scary. You're seeing it now. I'm seeing it often. 100 over ask. That doesn't even make sense. I mean, let's be real with each other. Right? Like, come on, what are we talking about?
That's crazy.
You wouldn't ask what you asked if you thought you could get 100,000 more. You know what I'm saying? And that's the normal. I mean, I basically did it myself just to get the house I want. So you're put in a position where it's like you got to do what you got to do. You want to be that. You want to
Sink or swim. No matter what
you're either going to be who you want to be, or you're going to fold and end up falling back, which I refuse to do, and I think we all refuse to do.
100%.
So we're all in the same mindset of like, we got to just push forward. We're going to get through the market. We're going to continue to make money, but on the other side of this is definitely there's definitely a light at the end of the tunnel.
Definitely.
So
even saying how years ago, like, not ever think. I mean, I never thought I'd be successful in the mortgage industry. I never, if I had a magic wand for where I'd be in life, it was not here. Not that I'm where I want to be. We all have to keep working towards what we want in life.
Of course.
But obviously, some of us. I know for myself, I did some crazy things growing up as a kid. I know we all have. And again, to obviously work as hard as we do now, to have some of our friends in the same friend group in the mortgage business, it's kind of cool seeing us. Share. It feels like we share the success, which is nice.
Yeah. No.
Whether we're at the same place or not, it's exciting that we all operate kind of the same way, in similar ways.
It's also nice that we can all also like kind of
You relate to each other.
relate to each
You're
other
always-
and talk to each other about it, because a lot of people don't understand what we go through on a daily basis.
I think I think that's just to say though, like all sales jobs, every sales job, whether you're a business owner, you're in sales, you're always gonna have you always have some type of struggle.
Of course.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And
It's up and down,
and
no
it's-
matter what
There's
way you look
nothing
at it.
And it makes it easier to relate to anybody in your field, anybody in your industry, anybody that involves other people.
Yeah,
At the
exactly.
end of the day, you all go through the same bullshit. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every month you start at zero. You got to figure it out.
Yep.
Every month.
Every month you start at zero.
That's how I look at it. Everything's from scratch.
Your brain has to start there.
Yeah.
To scale.
To scale, exactly. You can't look back at what you did or what you might have right now. It's about keep moving forward, keep pushing. I think we're all agree on that.
100%. So, listen, aside, I have the mortgage mindset to talk about mortgages. Let's talk about some other stuff.
That's what that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Tell us, Gabe, what are some of the things you do for fun?
My fun
You've been golfing.
I did start going to the range. I got a nice.
You get your first golf club. We went to the range last week, and I said, "Where's your golf bag?" You just showed up with a club.
Yeah, one club he bought
I started
club.
4 weeks ago. I'm gonna have a whole.
You got one club.
I'm gonna have a whole set already.
Yeah.
More than
Like,
one.
I
More
know
than
what I'm
one.
doing. I barely know how to hit the
Hey,
ball.
more than one club. You need at least like a wedge, an iron. I don't know nothing
guy's
about
got-
golf.
For what?
A
You don't
7
even know
iron.
what you're saying.
I know, but I know you need a wedge.
You just add that in your dictionary the other day.
100%, but I know you need it. I'm not showing up with a driver.
I don't
and
even
that's
know how to
all.
hit yet. If I don't know how to hit yet, how can I get more? Why invest? I can't make that type of.
You do whatever you gotta do, Gabe. Whatever makes you feel.
We're getting you a full set, Gabe. It's embarrassing. All right.
But golf has definitely been fun. It's definitely
Especially in our business, it's good to take clients out there.
Yeah,
A lot of the guys
whack
in the
that ball.
business whack that balls, right?
Yep.
A lot of the guys in the business play, so it's nice.
That's true.
To your point though, it's like it's so, as you get older, you grow out of the things that you used to enjoy.
We're not getting old.
We're not.
Yeah,
Stay
it's-
young forever.
That's
never
something
happened.
that I think as when we were growing up, and again, Dean happened to play golf.
I
As
started late though. Most people think it's not late, but I started at 15 years old.
That is late, yeah.
It's not.
But like again, I guess as kids, we grew up looking at golf as like, oh, it's not the sport I'm playing, because you play every other sport, and we look at it as an older,
yeah,
a more mature sport.
what it is.
So yeah, we
what we
are
thought it was.
we're taking it on late, but Dean's someone who played for a very long time, and you don't realize how tough the game is
Yeah.
until you get out there.
Nobody to blame
It's
but
frustrating.
yourself.
Yeah, it's
That's it.
frustrating out there if you don't know what you're
Just
doing.
hitting the ball is frustrating.
Yeah, if you don't know what you're doing. Says you go out with Dean, he goes bing, and he's like, fuck, pissed. You go bing, you barely touch the ball. You're like, it's embarrassing, bro. You can't play with Dean unless you know what you're doing.
But he actually picked up the sport pretty quickly, actually.
Yeah,
It's natural.
I practiced a lot though.
He doesn't
man.
have to
That was,
practice
just,
now.
that was just almost anything you did. You picked up basketball, soccer,
Basketball, I never played
know.
well. I
Yeah,
was
no
never
basketball.
good at basketball.
But you still held your own on a court.
yeah, 100%.
You still held, for some reason, anything you picked up, you
That
were
was
just
not. That was not my
you
forte.
mess up 2 or 3 times, and all of a sudden,
He's a natural, man.
Yeah,
he
you're
just,
an expert
He just
now.
figures it out, you know.
Yeah, whatever, guys.
Take the compliment.
Don't be so nice to me because
Because we're on his podcast. I'm
Be so
fucking
nice to me
Stop,
on the
Take the
episode.
compliment.
stop blowing him. I guess
I'll
we
embarrass
get
you in
it.
front of everybody.
Gabe.
Take the fucking compliment.
I need another drink.
Another drink, right?
No, it's all right.
Nah, we're all right.
It's all right.
We're almost done. A few minutes.
Might as well keep rolling, man. You got clips, right?
Gio, I know you just moved to a. Well, you're moving to a new beautiful home in a different location than you're used to. You know, out in Comac, Smithtown, on Long Island. That's kind of. I mean, that's where I would dream to live. I mean, if you could live anywhere, you know, where would you live? Was that the place? You know,
So for me, I'll be honest. Born and raised in Nassau County.
it's a different world.
It's different. I actually, and it's funny because growing up, I always said, I'm like, you know how it is. Different counties, it's like a rival. So like, you talk smack about Suffolk and this and that. But especially now, for the property you get, the neighborhood, it's beautiful. I mean, I was looking in that area, definitely. Smithtown, Comac, Dix Hills, Melville, Huntington. So when I was looking, and like I said, it's being part of the process when you're in the business. It's different when you're starting to shop and you start walking into open houses and you see how listing agents handle themselves, just how the process goes. It's different when you're in the business when you're not. When I bought my first house, I wasn't in the business.
It's 1,000% different because I like to say I'm experienced in this business, and this guy he's done my mortgages, and I feel like
Right?
I asked the questions that if somebody that worked for me asked in the office.
Some of that was just confusing. I was like, "Are you in the same business as me?"
But it's funny because I did the same to him. I was coming in his office. I don't even know. I asked the question. You go, Giovanni, are you fucking serious, bro? You act like this is not what we do. I said, yeah, but it's different. It's my deal. He goes, it's
different.
not different.
It is.
But it kind of is. Like, it's weird. You second guess yourself all of a sudden.
When you put yourself in the shoes of a consumer, I don't know, just something.
Yeah,
happened.
so it was definitely different. But it took me. I sold my house. I put my house in the market I guess it was the end of July, August, when the market changed. Rates came up. Pick the worst time. Again, someone in the business, I'm like, all right, I gotta let it out now because I'm seeing rates go up before it's too late. Not thinking this was gonna happen this spring. No one figured that we're gonna be in the same situation we were a couple of years ago, where houses are going over ask, and again,
we didn't see it at all. Coming.
it's very competitive.
No, there was 2.5 interest rates, 2.5%.
Exactly.
That's why houses were. That's why we thought houses were going over.
Exactly.
But I guess that doesn't.
So when I sold my house, I was like, all right, I'll get in the contract. Then I'll start looking. So I was nonchalant about it, and it took me a year to actually find the right house that I actually loved, and that me and my wife ended up agreeing on. Like, this is the one.
Sick fucking house.
It's different.
You said wife.
Yeah, I said it. So yeah, this is a house that again, growing up, you always have a vision board in your head. Grew up watching The Secret. I don't know if you guys ever seen The Secret.
Yeah.
Told me about the vision board, and when I saw this house, it actually was something that right out the gate I was like, it's too much. I'm not doing that. And it was on the market actually it was like 6 months prior when my house wasn't like in contract or wasn't ready. Yeah. They took it off, whatever the case may be. They put it back on, and I said, this is a sign. I took it as a sign for some reason because it was a week before the wedding. And I said, where the fuck are we gonna live? Like, I sold my house. We were trying to find something. Didn't find something for a few months, and I said, I don't care. It's my house. I said, I'm buying this house. I don't care what happens. I don't care what the offer is gonna be. And I spoke to the agent before it was even on the market. They did one of those, coming soon.
Yeah.
Spoke to him. Got there the first day. Was the first offer. Of course, they play my offer against me. This is the market we're in. So, and at the end of the day, whatever, made it work. And even through the process, how many times did I'm like, I don't know, this ain't gonna work. That's not gonna happen. He's like, yo, shut up, we're closing. So, again, I've been in contracts for like 2.5 weeks. Got my clear to close today. I'm calling everyone to schedule, and everyone's like, you've been in contract for like 20 seconds. To like, bro, you're not gonna close Friday. So, looks like we're gonna close next week. But
it's exciting.
It's very exciting. But it's just funny to be on the other side. when you're in the
100%.
business.
It's a completely different
aspect.
It is completely different.
And now you can. It's again, like I said, my last house I was before the business, so I always related to clients from my purchase, not knowing the business. now being in the business and going through it, I look at it differently how our clients and our borrowers, when they're nervous, when they're scared, and they call
Exactly.
you, they really have no idea what they're getting into. And we know exactly what we're doing, and you still have those same fears, those same anxieties, those same questions. So it was like a learning experience. Kind of woke me up a little bit. Plus, again, I spent more than I wanted to spend. So that always happens. I feel like that always happens with cars, with anything you buy. You always
No matter what it is.
keep a budget, and you're like, all right, let's just
Grocery store, $250.
let's
Let's
just keep going. But yeah, that's it, man. Now I'm in Smithtown, Colmac.
That's it, man. It's a new journey, man. It's exciting stuff, bro. Of
course.
Suffolk County.
Gabe, where do you want to go, man? Listen, you were always somebody I looked up to. Very smart with their money. I know you're about to start dabbling with some real estate. Where are you going, man? Where's your area? You staying in Plainview?
I like Plainview, and not because I grew up there, but more so just because of the fact that it's just
Very centrally located.
Yeah.
it is.
It is.
When you're at my house, I've got 5 different highways in every direction.
Yep.
So it's easy for me to just
The city,
Yeah,
east,
that's
easy
true.
for
You
me
can
to
really
come
get
and go
anywhere.
places.
Yeah.
north to the boat, south.
So every time I go to one of your houses, I got to jump on 3 highways and then go north. I don't want to do that anymore.
That's true.
Right? It's nice getting
That's
to my
true.
house. I get on the LAE, I get off, and I'm right there.
Yeah. Well, you're closer to me now, right? Will I be closer to you? Or no?
Plainview's right off the LAE. so
I mean,
you
it's
should-
like the same.
right there.
Same thing.
But
For me, everything's 5 minutes. So.
I just don't have to go on the 135 to the southern and then go.
Got it.
Now I can just.
Yeah.
You
You
know?
always look
Yeah.
stressed out when you got to my house in Belmore.
Because
He don't know where he's going over there.
Yeah, he was pissed off.
it was really your block that stressed me out. Wasn't sure if my
Fuck that
car
block.
wasn't going to make it out.
Yeah, fuck that block.
Should have left.
Should we let them know
Should've-
why? Should we let them know why maybe you couldn't see?
Right.
Gabe's
Let's
hair.
talk about the time when I told Kristen that you couldn't see in the back seat of we're in Vermont. He's whipping turns on bends. It's snowing, and he almost drifts. And I'm like, by the way, Gabe can't see out of one eye, and she thought I was joking.
Oh no,
You had to see her face when we were all dead serious. She's like, I never seen Kristen turn so white. So
He's
quick.
legally blind.
I'm not legally blind. I don't really know what.
But you can't tell at all.
You can't tell.
Which is great. Good for you.
Thanks so much. Detached retina, half scratched cornea, 2 fractured bones.
Wild.
I remember that day like it was yesterday.
I'm like a
Heyday.
Situation.
I'm like a third
Gets me
blind.
fired up. That's
Oh, it gets you tense, right?
Yeah, it gets me fired up.
Yeah.
Fired up. So that's it, Plainview, man. That's where you're
Well,
staying.
I don't know. We'll see.
Born, raised, and you're gonna die there.
Come on, you hop around.
You know, yeah, you know me.
Yeah,
Who
he'll be in Wisconsin in a
Guy
couple
hops
months.
around.
In 3 months, I may turn
Different
around
state.
and say, see you guys.
You're going somewhere else, right? Completely different.
He's not doing that. We promise.
No, Shaw said he may give me a second branch, so we'll see.
You're not
Put
gonna
it out
branch
there
it.
already.
Well, we hope you get it.
In Dakota, where are you gonna go?
But that's what I'm saying. You never know,
You never know with you.
right?
Yeah, who knows with this guy? Well,
Sick maniac.
listen, there's something fun. I wanted to, since we're all close, we have a pretty funny relationship. I know we get very competitive with certain things, so
I'll flip this table right
I
now.
got some trivia questions tonight.
All right.
For both of you gentlemen, and I guess we'll see who's more intelligent.
Don't embarrass me in front of everybody.
Who's more intelligent?
Intelligent. I don't
Let's see
know.
what we should start with. Here's the first one. These are very generic
Are
questions.
these like buzzer questions? Like,
Yes, there's gonna.
Oh, we both
yes.
got to answer?
These are
Buzzer beaters?
No.
No. Or we both give an answer.
Well, no. I'll ask the question, and then whoever. Yeah, this is a buzzer beater question.
Wow, so this
that's
is
what they're
like.
called, right?
On average, I don't understand what this question is. We're gonna skip question 1 because question 1.
Ask it now.
It just
Yeah, now I got to know what it is.
Everyone's gonna want to know.
Yeah,
it,
you
does,
gotta
it
tell.
doesn't make sense.
What's the question? Just read it as it is.
Maybe I don't want to seem unintelligent because I'm pretty smart.
That is weird. Let's go ahead.
Where'd you get the
On
question?
average, what is the thing that Americans do 22 times in a day?
22 times?
Yeah, what is that?
Think about sex?
You were waiting to lay something out all show.
No. I'm just thinking that's got to be.
Yeah, that's a good answer actually.
Yeah, what else?
No,
you
that's
do?
not it. I don't know what this means.
Oh.
Open the Friday.
I feel like that says open the fridge. Because when I'm
Open the
home, I
fridge.
open my fridge at
Oh,
least 10
that's what it
times.
is.
Oh, open the fridge?
In a matter of 5 seconds.
22 times.
Typo.
Open the Friday. That's
First
why you didn't
episode
know what you
with
were
typos.
asking.
It's all right.
All right, well. I guess
In
we'll-
Texas, it's illegal to swear in front of what?
Church.
A
Police.
A child.
corpse.
Huh?
It's true.
So you can't
Look
curse
it
in front
up.
of a dead guy?
No.
I was close. Church.
That's wild. Yeah, you actually were close. As closer than me.
Unfortunately, close don't cut it.
Something biblical.
As you know, like when your loan's close to closing, it doesn't close.
Nothing's
Close.
So-
Almost there.
Alright. it doesn't work. Here's another strange question. Let's see who's smarter.
Go ahead.
On Sunday, what is illegal to sell? Come on.
Alcohol.
On Sunday, what's illegal to sell in
Alcohol.
Columbus, Ohio?
Alcohol. Alcohol.
No.
Liquor.
You're not going to know the answer to this. Take a guess.
Tobacco. Sex.
Condoms.
Cornflakes.
Cornflakes?
Yeah, cornflakes.
Oh, what are these questions?
That's wild, bro. Cornflakes?
All right, hold on. Here's a good one.
That's wild.
Where does the word mortgage come from? Come on.
In the 1960s.
Did you ever think to?
FDR.
Do you ever think to not know
I
that?
actually never thought about that.
I was just telling you.
All right, so let's hear it.
What is it? You definitely know, you weirdo.
No, FDR back
don't
in
know.
19 in the 1900s.
This is it, right? You definitely looked this up.
They already knew prior.
Yeah.
The word mortgage comes from a French term that means dead pledge.
Mortgage.
Wow.
Mortgage.
It's a good answer.
That's how I'm gonna say.
That's beautifully said, Dean.
You like that?
There's something impactful.
You might know
right
this
there.
answer, which is why you get insulted when you don't get invited. What sport has been played on the moon?
Golf.
Crazy.
Ding, 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 ding. You were slow, man.
But that was a good guess.
A giveaway, yeah.
What is...
It really didn't click.
I'm not asking.
Which
Jesus, brother.
What the fuck is going on?
hysterical gets me every fucking time.
You're out of control.
Oh. This guy...
I can't.
Yo, look at the video. It's hysterical. Gets me every fucking time.
Yeah, we could tell.
Obviously, you cared a lot about it, that one.
Wow, guys.
Oh, God.
Let's keep it moving.
All right, yeah, forget these questions. Now done. So listen, boys, gentlemen.
That's fucked up.
Motherfuckers.
I'm not ready to end
Come
this.
on, man. Just don't just curse.
Can we keep going?
Come on. What's something you want to say to the audience? You know, before we pack it up today, man.
Tell me when, guys.
When? Oh,
Good for you, bro.
I don't know. I have nothing to say about that.
Giovanni, man. It's the first episode of the After Hours. I appreciate you coming on, man.
My pleasure to be here.
It's gonna be a little different than what we know. Everybody's used to
Yeah.
the business. You know, the suit.
We're
the
gonna
three-piece
loosen up
suit.
a little bit on this.
Loosen
one.
up a little bit.
Yeah, you're gonna
But we
see.
still managed to
you're gonna
talk about
see-
work.
No, we're still
on
gonna
an after hours.
because all we do is work. Do we talk about anything else?
I know. That's just
Our
it.
life.
We're going to talk about
we do.
everything. We're going to talk about personal development. We're going to talk about success, how we've, gone through
We'll
certain
talk about our failures, the
course.
successes. Of course, there's a lot to it. There's a lot to talk about. I think this is something that I think is overdue. I think a lot of people only see the one side, is the business side, and I think it's important to know who you are.
Yeah.
And again, I think that's something that we'll open up here, and we're gonna be our realest selves. Unfortunately, some people are gonna like that, and some people won't. But I got no filter. I know it's the same. Gabe definitely.
He's gonna hate.
Gabe definitely doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, Gabe don't care.
Gabe don't care. But
care.
no, I'm happy to be here. I
I'm gonna have
can't wait to do another one.
I'm gonna have some exciting guests on here. you
Yeah.
know.
I would love
We're-
to.
we're gonna have a
love to
good
come
time.
back.
It'll be fun.
Gabe.
Yo.
Gabe.
Gabor.
Trying to think if I should say something else like important.
Everyone, if you didn't know, Gabe used to be a promoter. He's a club promoter. So low key, that's
Gabe
who he
bar
really wants
at the
to be.
door.
At the door.
Gay bar at the door.
Really started at Donkey and then worked its way up.
Crazy donkey.
You started at the Crazy Donkey.
Donkey.
That's wild.
No, Ice. I think it was Ice.
No, Crazy.
Ice, wow.
Origin was my first night.
Ice was crazy.
Origin was my first night.
Origin.
You know the main event.
I think the first place I ever went, first club I went to at 13 was Ice.
Ice, right?
Yeah.
The
Someone definitely got shot. at the
Origin
time.
was where the main event was. Origin. Ugh.
Origin, right?
What a fucking terrible name.
Origin?
Origin.
Or origin or origin?
Origin.
Origin. Origin. Like ORI or origin?
I think it was ORAGEN.
Oregon?
Does that sound right?
No, it was Origin. Origin, I think.
Was it? It was IN,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
Origin.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Origin.
Definitely.
Sounds like a place you'd be at.
All right, you guys can both go fuck yourself. Yeah, I'm excited that I had the both of you guys on the first episode today. Of the After Hours. Again, it's going to be a laid-back podcast. I'm going to bring on some special guests that don't, correlate with just the mortgage industry. So I'm excited about, what the future holds. People will learn a little bit about, more about my life and,
Exactly.
some of the stuff that I've gone through and, what the guests have gone through. And, it's exciting to again, step out of the business
Yeah, they don't know Dean.
zone.
They gotta get to know Dean, the real Dean.
It's
Real one.
Deanuch.
the real Gabe.
Real Gio.
I guess we're done, man. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
That's it.